Hi, and welcome to our channel, Who Invented It? In this video we will discuss about Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is short form of wireless fidelity. It is a wireless networking technology that allows computers, some mobile phones, iPads, game consoles and other devices to communicate over a wireless signal. Much the same way a radio can tune into a radio station signal over the airwaves, your device can pick up a signal that connects it to the internet through the air. As a matter of fact, a Wi-Fi signal is a high-frequency radio signal. And just the same way that the frequency of a radio station is regulated, the standards for Wi-Fi are as well. All the electronic components that make up a wireless network, that is, your device, the router and etc., are based on one of the 802.11 standards that were set by the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers and the Wi-Fi Alliance. The Wi-Fi Alliance are the people who trademark the name Wi-Fi and promote the technology. The technology is also referred as WLAN, which is short form of Wireless Local Area Network. However, Wi-Fi has definitely become the more popular expression used by people. John O'Sullivan, an Australian electrical engineer, whose work in the application of Fourier transforms to radio astronomy led to his invention of a core technology that made wireless LAN fast and reliable. This technology was patented by CSIRO and forms part of the 802.11 Wi-Fi standards, and thus John O'Sullivan is also credited with the invention of Wi-Fi. How does Wi-Fi work? The router is the key piece of equipment in a wireless network. Only the router is physically connected to the internet by an Ethernet cable. The router then broadcasts the high-frequency radio signal, which carries data to and from the internet. The adapter, in whichever device you are using, both picks up and reads the signal from the router and also sends data back to your router and onto the internet. These are called upstream and downstream activity. So who invented Wi-Fi? After explaining how there are several components that make Wi-Fi, you can see how naming a single inventor would be difficult. First, let's take a look at the history of the 802.11 standard used for broadcasting a Wi-Fi signal. Secondly, we have to look at the electronic equipment involved in sending and receiving a Wi-Fi signal. Not surprisingly, there are many patents connected with Wi-Fi technology, though one important patent stands out, which is Vic Hayes, who has been called the father of Wi-Fi because he chaired the IEEE committee that created the 802.11 standard in 1997. Before the public even heard of Wi-Fi, Hayes established the standards that would make Wi-Fi feasible. Wi-Fi most commonly uses the 2.4 GHz UHF and 5 GHz SHF ISM radio bands. Having no physical connections, it is more vulnerable to attack than wired connections, such as Ethernet. What is the latest Wi-Fi standard? The 802. What is the latest Wi-Fi standard? The 802.11 standard was established in 1997. Subsequently, improvements to the network bandwidth were added to the 802.11 standard. These include 802.11 A, 802.11 B, 802.11 G, 802.11 N, and 802.11 AC. That's what the appended letters represent. 802.11 A standard. 802.11 supports bandwidth up to 54 Mbps and signals in a regulated frequency spectrum around 5 GHz. The higher frequency also means 802.11 signals have more difficulty penetrating walls and other obstructions. 802.11b standard. 802.11b supports bandwidth up to 11 Mbps, comparable to traditional Ethernet. 802.11b uses the same unregulated radio signaling frequency, 2.4 GHz, as the original 802.11 standard. Vendors often prefer using these frequencies to lower their production costs. Being unregulated, 802.11b gear can incur interference from microwave, ovens, cordless phones, and other appliances using the same 2.4 GHz range. 802.11g standard. In 2002 and 2003, WLAN products supporting a newer standard called 802.11g emerged into the market. 802.11g attempts to combine the best of both 802.11a and 802.11b. 802.11g supports bandwidth up to 54 Mbps, and it uses the 2.4 GHz frequency for greater range. 802.11n standard. 802.11n, also sometimes known as wireless N, was designed to improve on 802.11g in the amount of bandwidth supported by utilizing multiple wireless signals and antennas, called MIMO technology, instead of one. Industry standards groups ratified 802.11n in 2009 with specifications providing for up to 300 Mbps of network bandwidth. 802.11n also offers somewhat better range over earlier Wi-Fi standards due to its increased signal intensity, and the latest of all is 802.11ac, released in 2013, proving up to 1.2 Gbps speeds, but it's so new that hardware for it is still expensive. Well, that's all about this topic. Hope I give you most of the information about this topic, so next time when you are purchasing a phone, please do check Wi-Fi standard that it supports. Please do subscribe and share your views about this video. Thanks for watching.